matches. Omo din kunim, omo ko menim, omo anko ye no, omo so te omo baby omo te. But guys, let me tax you to do one thing for me. I have an interesting announcement to make, but Opa bebu opa. What's your favorite proverb?
Okay. Intekum.
No, unim say okay we are kind of rough.
Aye. Brofo de.
Senior intekum.
I think it's my favorite proverb part is 20 no one metiko.
Okay.
The one who has hard ears
is the warm head back.
Is the one
Is the warm head back.
Is the one head back.
What is a warm?
A tikopo.
A warm is a bed.
A bed.
It is 20 no
the bed.
A warm.
Says 20
so no a tikopo. So you ma me tu no for where tia no kosi no obi
Edeboba.
A
boy and that's why.
It's the warm.
It's the tikowa.
The bed. Warm man kasa the tikowa.
Nti omu feel said you can say now for something akoto
enye obi na dey ade board.
It's like omo aso ye di bebrebe.
But I want the name of the bed, so you should have said it. No, the name.
Owamski.
Okay, Kiki do so.
Hey. Wakaba kusisi.
Oh no, baby 70 wa sheda. Or selection wey we are translating to English.
Yeah, now for 17 akoto enye 3.
Them the bro for no.
So it's because of friends that crab didn't get here.
So open abrewa nwaha
oba kan brofu
ana o ma no pepo so se onjare ana so o ma no bokiti e wo pepo so se o fa njare.
Oh, okay. English.
If you want to see your grandmother's give her bucket.
Go and bath on top of mountain.
Go to a mountain and bath.
Fee.
Tinto.
Hey.
Tinto be here.
Tinto to be kind of.
You know sorry your fag.
Tinto tiere cha be here.
Hi.
Atiafo. Abi awante. Je Fiifi kan ne say. Tinto. Ya te tia be here no. Na le cha no.
E o je ni me ka che say shock. The transfer.
O de kind of bro for Tinto to be kind of.
Ebe we ko si awe.
Yes, tia be here there.
Na le cha.
Ya minim ni Tinto to be share di mo. Tinto is do free. But yet tia be here the cha.
Na le cha.
Yeah.
What kind of bro for?
As we are sharing the tearing a bit here, it is the sharing.
So I told you I have a grand announcement to make. So we are introducing the 4-Pose weekly trivia. 4-Pose weekly trivia. Now it is for you, our viewer, so that you can also partake in whatever we do here and then get to earn something as a result of it, because there is a prize to be won. Now, every week on our features or our podcast, we are going to ask you one simple question. A simple cry, the clues bema. Then you will comment in the comment section, and then the one who gets it accurate, and they'll be channel. Yebefa nipa kroni achewade. As simple as that. Now there are conditions. For you to partake in this, you need to be a subscriber. Or be a subscriber to your channel. No? Mm-hmm. And then 2, we'll also look at the timing or comment in eboa, because consideration will be given to first come, first serve. So the first correct answer that is on time will be the one that will be considered. And so it is that simple. The FMS 4-Pose weekly trivia. FMS 4-Pose weekly trivia. We are starting this in this episode. What's your picture there that screen this one now? All we are asking you is to identify this player. Hey, this player. You know him, this player. You know him. It's simple.
Boys, now
so identify this player. I can give you clues. Clue number 1. He's a professional footballer.
Of course.
Clue number 2. He plays abroad in a foreign league. In Ghana.
Okay.
Clue number 3. He plays in the English Premier League.
Okay.
The last clue. The club he plays for is in London. Yeah, a London-based club. Yes.
Wow.
So, who is this player? Just drop your comments in the comment section. And as simple, I'll give you a wonderful prize.
You can't be.
No. You're out, you're out.
Sure, so price now me who you know the killer. Me that me maybe you. Sure. Now that I dare now mo de ba man me be who you know. Me buy me say mo be say me say mo be we.
Also for James 4-2. Why?
O come be don.
O come be don sunya.
All right, so let's start the conversation. It was an interesting week of UEFA Champions League action. I for Manchester United fans and Chelsea fans, the feeling will be quite the same, but United fans will be more excited than the Chelsea fans do. Where do we start from? Guys, your early takes. UEFA Champions League action for the midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday.
For me, I think that there was huge disappointments from a couple of teams, but before that, I think Arsenal needs commendation.
Okay.
They have done an excellent job in terms of going 100% in the Champions League. 6 games, 6 wins.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody wants to ask themselves what it looks like to build a team for 6 years and have quality in depth, I think Arsenal are a clear-cut example.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at even yesterday, Christian Nogard and the likes were in the team, but they didn't look out of sorts. They didn't look out of place. Gabriel Jesus and the likes also added to the pack in terms of quality and what they could do. So Arsenal have proven to me that they're an excellent team and they've done very well. For me, they won the week. I was surprised by Paris Saint-Germain going away to Saint-Mamés and not getting a single goal. I read that in the last 10 years, this is the very first time that this has happened. And Paris Saint-Germain did not get a goal. Especially on a week where Bakola, Dembele, Desiree Doué, Vicha Kvaratskhelia, Mayulu, all the boys were back. I wasn't expecting them not to score a goal. But then you have to give props to Unai Simon and the job that he has been able to do. One team, however, in the Champions League that has been doing one in their league, but they have been performing abysmally in the Champions League has been BRL. And I get why Marcelino was that agitated and angry on his bench that his boys were playing the way they were playing, because that's BRL that you see every day in the Spanish La Liga. That is not what you saw.
Different.
I saw the last time against Copenhagen. But of course, these things do happen, and it's football. That is why before you can win the Champions League and perform well in 2 competitions, you need to be that good before you're able to perform well and then play there, which is very, very important. I think that when you look at games like that, there's Champions League return to the Spotify Camp Nou, and Barca had to get back there onto winning ways. They had to play well, they had to get results, and I think that Barcelona were near perfect, not on the nights, but then in terms of showing their mentality and the psyche to make sure that they can get a job done in terms of the quality and stuff like that. Barca needed to make sure that at the end of the day they were solid and then come in. In fact, when you play against Frankfurt and Frankfurt scores the first goal from Knopf, now the onus lies on you for you to break down the team, for you to make sure that at the end of the day you get a win from there, get a goal from there. But they failed to do it. Barcelona failed to get the goal in the first half until the second half, where it had to take Jules Koundé, an unusual goal scorer, to get 2 goals on the night. And that made a difference for them. One of the things that Barcelona is growing into is a team that looks very solid, very compact. They are very, very physical, and also the mental side is adding to it. I think one of the guys that has to be commended is Marcus Rashford for the job that he has done. I think he's Barcelona's best player this season in the Champions League. He has scored very crucial goals, and if you look at how he set up that goal for Jules Koundé, it was very important also for Football Club Barcelona, and you give them a lot of credit. And when you talk about all of that, one of the biggest disappointments this week came from Enzo Fernandez and his team. Enzo Maresca and his team.
Chelsea.
And Maresca is good tactically, but some decisions and indecisions of his, maybe he's undoing. And the game against Atalanta was clear. I remember before the game, after the game, I tweeted that Atalanta beat Chelsea the same way Chelsea used to beat Barcelona. And what did I mean? In the game against Barcelona, it was much more about intensity and physicality. Can you win your duels? And Atalanta play in a similar way. Palladino, and even from Gianpiero Gasparini, Atalanta has always been a team that presses man for man aggressive.
Yeah.
So if the game is going to be intense. If you are on it with the intensity, then definitely you are going to get results. If you are not on it with the intensity, you are going to lose your battles and your duels, and you are going to be in trouble. And you could tell from the get-go in the first half that Chelsea were struggling with the intensity of the game. But of course, they were able to get a first goal. In terms of managing of the game, I was not happy with Maresca and the changes that he made. There was no point bringing Wesley Fofana in the second half, even if you wanted to rest Trevor Chalobah. I mean, Joshua Champol could have gone into the middle as a centre back, and then you bring Reece James back and you bring a midfielder. Bringing Wesley Fofana, who was not 100% fit, and he later getting injured. Gianluca Scamacca going behind him to head home and get an equalizer, and then literally destabilizing the team was worrying for me. And I think also that Enzo Maresca needs to focus on what is in front of him, not what is in the future. Because it looks as if almost every time Maresca is playing a game in the future while he's playing the current game. How do you focus and finish? You have to finish what's in front of you. Yes, plan for the future, but then don't be playing that game with your focus on today's game. I think that is something that's affected the Chelsea team for a very, very long time. That is something that has been a big worry for them. And if you look at the weekend games that Chelsea are going to play, you can tell that Maresca was beginning to prepare for that based of what probably was going to happen against Everton. Yeah. So, I mean, for me, that was a big deal. And finally, Real Madrid last night.
I think it's a major feature to look at. But so you would have to excuse that before we come to the Real Madrid one. Akomeah, your major takeaways from the UK
I think if Real Madrid is excluded, I only have two picks. I think one will have to do with Enzo Maresca's Chelsea and the kind of results they've had recently. The whole of last year, he lost only 2 games in December. Okay. Lost more games in January. So, but already he has lost 2 games in December. Drew so many games in December. And I was looking forward to overturn the results against Everton during this weekend. Okay. I want to see how psychologically this team will be really up for the task and turn the tide around.
Dirty December for Chelsea.
And turn the tide around. And whenever some of these things start happening, there's pressure on your shoulders. Yeah. In as much as you think Chelsea does not merit the same standard as Real Madrid, the pressure definitely is the same. Especially when you're a manager. It is a club that demands more, and it needs to start getting its staffs closely together. But I sometimes don't agree with certain statements that some of these Chelsea fans make about Enzo Maresca. To be very honest with you, there were some decisions he took in the game against Atalanta, which personally I agree with him. I believe that looking at Chelsea's position on the table, when you look at the Champions League table, they have a big opportunity to qualify through the playoffs or even automatic qualification. Now against Atalanta, you have a very big game against Everton during the weekend because they are in form. And you are also on the same point with clubs like Manchester United and co. You need to start
Manchester
moving.
United.
Oh yes, Fee. Obi a Chelsea man,
but that's the truth.
Because her baby are Manchester and Namne no more
Manchester United play just once a week.
What I said, then I know they play once a week, but if you were Manchester form weapon, team weapon, no what points pa.
Once a week.
You'll be very angry. But you need a reaction from your players. And when you're coming up against a team like Everton, you need all your missiles firing from every single angle. So he will take the risks and say, okay, Fofana, you're not playing 90 minutes. Come. Estevayo, I'm not risking you in this particular game. Because I have a game to play during the weekend. If you are maybe Neto, you are not playing 90 minutes. Neto, I have to take you out. So it was all about squad management. It's just unfortunate that results did not go well for Chelsea. But me, as an analyst, I understood whatever Maresca wanted to do as at that moment. It just definitely did not click for him in terms of the results. But the plan is good. The only thing that can actually work in favor of him now is that if you rested Kopama, if you rested Estevao, if you rested player A, player B, this weekend there's a need for results to show up for it. That is the only way you can make a case for yourself and say that, yes, I took this decision on Wednesday and on Sunday I'm smiling. Number 2, I think for Liverpool, that was a big result for them.
Huge results.
Against Inter Milan.
Huge results.
Psychologically, they needed that results. And I think for 2 games, they've literally proved that they can compete at that level. against Real Madrid, 1-0.
Yeah.
Against Inter Milan, 1-0.
Yeah.
If you put Christian Kivu and Ancelotti on the same scale, I think you have been unfair to Ancelotti. I believe Ancelotti has so much experience in this game and he has won something with Liverpool that he can say somewhere that I've done this for them.
Yeah.
But for Kivu, he has come to fill in big shoes that Simeone Inzaghi left over. Tactically brilliant manager at that level. Come to pick up this particular Inter Milan team that have
But
every single quality in the
even,
setup.
even in the game, Inter were not bad. They
were not
didn't
bad.
look out of place. In
Yes.
fact,
It's
I
just-
think that they lost the game because of sheer stupidity.
Yes.
Of Alejandro Bastoni.
And he's one player that I didn't really
Right?
expect.
Usually
that mistake to
Bastoni is
come.
clean.
Very
Yeah,
clean.
he is one of the best
Very,
guys
very,
in
very
it,
clean. But I think this is a huge boost for Liverpool, especially in the absence of Mohamed Salah. Going into a weekend where a crucial game will be there.
Yeah.
And Mike, I know the Premier League is totally different from the Italian Champions League. But let's see.
Did you hear what Clarence Seedorf,
Yes, on the Mohamed Salah bit.
Gerrard,
Yes.
and Jamie Carragher have all said about him?
Is he?
I think that Jamie Carragher said a few things that were not right.
Yes, and definitely he
I
needed
think
to
that
apologize. at some
nobody should belittle.
Apology, man.
Oh,
Like
you can't go ahead.
I
and
don't
tell
think
Mo
that
Salah
I don't
he
think
was
that's
nobody
right
before he
to
joined Liverpool.
belittle.
What's on apologizing?
He apologized.
Where your apology? Did you see the apology?
Right.
Did you see apology?
Yeah,
That one doesn't qualify to be a proper
Apology.
apology.
Only one answer. I tell me, Kagan, when in casa, you put for talk to one.
You are not getting no
One
more.
bob bread beer, you not play anything for.
No, but Kiki, that one too, I don't agree.
One bob bread.
Say one
I
more
don't,
brand
I don't
to
agree.
me, Kasa.
For a player to play this number of years for Liverpool, it is not tantamount to Wambo Brebia.
Chairman.
Again, he was at a point in time in the PFA team of the year. He was part of a Champions League winning team. Clearly, that does not signal Obia Wambo Bra. You get it?
When
I
it comes
think
to
yes,
Jamie Carragher.
he should.
One bob bread beer. In the context of boy, I bet me. My bet.
We are comparing to Salah, like what Salah has done.
No, me taking the context say
Like centre backs are washing.
Santa backs are mashe.
Yeah.
Say if you believe you can be an ex-footballer, now would you say you a stage where you can say stuff to people? I was say ujina
Of a certain repute.
repute to be a ubetimi akasa nyaga say no kura wo kasa. Do you get it?
Yeah.
I believe say anka nanka football be koso now or cheche me say o me gidi say Chelsea be because me gidi say anka defender we ye say because me time me ye say am wa me 2 years say we can look at it from that angle. So okay, mum experience because boss 780 something match say into Odika.
Yeah.
But when it comes to people that have won trophies or when we need people that have been integral was side be not any the way or criticizing. Yeni na yetra haka say the way Asala kasa no see team comes first.
Yeah.
We had the old Salah head down by retire Liverpool retire.
Yeah.
But a quite fast so kasa no wanya de. But see you when you may be a yeka.
Yeah.
Nipa Liverpool mean some that yan Liverpool. Liverpool just institution. And the nipa be wom fans footballers near there. They do mean Liverpool at them.
Yeah.
I'm an yaw. But obetini aka bibia che player na wobubu no. Nyoma na Carragher can as ex player of Liverpool. Unim said another day now I think you were saying something. You said I don't want to use you were talking about women. They make sense a lot with their even emotions, but how they present it.
Yeah.
It's true. Oh, when your man you can na.
Carragher.
Kind na. Do na make sense. No.
Yeah.
Analytical.
Yeah.
But a quite fast presenting I don't use
I think the parts where he was belittling Salah's achievement and who Salah was before he came to Liverpool and everything. Charlie, I don't think there's anybody in the history of Liverpool as a player that has gotten to the heights of Mohamed Salah. I mean, I don't know. Nobody comes off the top of my head.
But before Salah joined Liverpool, was he not good?
Yeah, he was a good player.
He was a good player.
And he was known.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he was a
Also
good
through
player.
Roma,
Yes, Roma.
and the bar, what Gini
Even
do
at
Roma.
Basel.
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 Chelsea
Syria
Cotton.
had
Yeah.
that season. He was, I think, the MVP.
The MVP.
Yeah.
he had then dazzled with Fiorentina
Yeah.
Yes.
before the Roma move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Fiorentina. It was from Fiorentina before he went to Roma.
So
Yeah.
I don't know where Carragher got that from, but I think he also wanted to say something.
Yeah,
to spite Salah.
I think that's exactly what he
just
wanted to do.
attacking.
Me, my problem, 100% with Mohamed Salah the whole time was just that Salah is a legend, and sometimes it's about how you handle things. Me, I will never succumb to how the Americans do their stuff in terms of sports. Americans deal with the superstars of the game. So if it's NBA, you never really hear the coach's name. You never hear. But mind you, American sports and all of it has usually been hinged on individualism. Yeah. Because most of the sports that Americans strive in are individual sports.
Yeah.
Golf. NFL. I mean, NFL is, but something like racing. Although it's a team, but then you really focus on the driver. Even for basketball, once you have 2 or 3 stars, they usually make a lot of difference.
They call them alpha male.
Exactly, make a lot of difference. But in other sports like football, you need an excellent manager to manage all the egos that are there. It's not easy. You can't just be an Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, and just like that you go and win. And this game, when it comes to football, has become very scientific that even the psychosocial superiority that another team has over you can be used to beat you. That is why I do not agree and I don't subscribe to the things that Salah did and said. It does not mean that Salah has not won the things that he has won. It does not mean that he's not a great player that everybody thinks he is. But of course, you can be great and be wrong, which is very important. And after all of that, it's time for cool heads to prevail. Start from the sporting directorship, goes to Ancelotti. I actually did not like some of the things Ancelotti said when he was speaking to Clarence Seedorf. Because it looks as if Ancelotti knows that he is right and he wants Salah to come to
Someone needs to call him to order.
Yeah, I think that the captain of the side, Virgil van Dijk, sporting directors, they need to sit down and speak.
I don't think Virgil van Dijk will literally make a difference here. I'm telling you. In that dressing room, especially when he is also a Dutch, we were having some discussions yesterday night, and one thing that cropped out is he's a Dutch player.
Yeah, most of the Dutch people will go towards the manager, of course.
You understand?
Yeah.
And secondly, in that particular dressing room, trust you me, if you are talking about egos, I think Van Dijk is the captain of the side. But do you think he has that aura to call shots when it comes to Mohamed Salah?
I mean, I think that there is mutual respect between the two.
Mutual
because
respect.
even like somebody like even Alisson, we've listened to Alisson in the pre-match.
Yeah, pre-match.
Alisson scolded Salah. Said he doesn't agree with Salah.
I think
there might be consequences.
Yeah, but he's his friend.
Yeah. Yes.
But so they'll talk.
I think for someone like Alisson, they've had some things somewhere else. Just like
they were in Roma together at some point. Yeah.
So they can literally speak about some of these matters. But you see, I use an example like Sergio Ramos and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Now Ronaldo is that big.
Yeah.
He's a superstar. In that dressing room, trust you me, the likes of Karim Benzema, Pepe and Co, they cannot speak to Ronaldo anyway.
Yeah.
But you look at a player
But
like Sergio Ramos.
Sergio Ramos speak to him.
Oh yes, Mike.
Is it not the same as the Van Dijk?
Virgil and Salah.
I don't know how to describe it, but Fiifi, we have certain people who have different aura when it comes to approaching players like Mohamed Salah in that caliber, superstars. That when they speak, these superstars, no matter where their ego is, they will need to calm down. There's one player, former player at Liverpool, I think for a player like Jordan Henderson.
Yeah, Jordan Henderson. And Henderson would have been an excellent person. Yeah. So you see, I think that
I'm not saying that Virgil van Dijk lacks leadership.
Where you are coming from, where you are coming from is perfect because there are certain players that they don't have to be the best guys in the room, but they are those that just connect the lot. And Virgil is not that guy, but Alisson can be that person.
Can do that
in this conversation because Alisson may not care about ego. He may not even have an ego about stuff like this. He just say, you know what, Mo, come on. We need to sort this thing out. And characters like that are very important.
In that dressing
they are very, very important. I just feel like as a captain, when I listened to Gerrard was clear. Gerrard said he has lived the situation like that before. Yeah. He spoke about Luis Suarez. He said he went to Luis and said, Luis, calm down. Let's just go to the manager. In this stage, you don't need to go to Mohamed Salah as you are the captain. No. Or you are the boss. Because of course, Salah too will feel like he is Mohamed Salah. But just for us to move on, even if you will leave, has to be the right way. For me, I think that it can be spoken about and the club needs to...
And I think in that same Gerrard episode, McManaman referred to an incident...
Oh, Steve McManaman was in that...
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see.
Involving Nicolas Anelka. He said, when Anelka first came to Real Madrid, there was Raul, there was Fernando Morientes, and there was no way he was going to start ahead of them. Anelka was then young. Yeah. So he was a bit petulant in the way he went about it, spoke to the media, complained about the situation. And then he was ostracized from the team. 3 months. Then they reintegrated him back into the team. Yeah. And then he played. He played in that run to the Champions League. Even in the semi-final, he scored. They went to the final, they won it.
Wow.
Immediately after winning the Champions League, they sold him off.
Wow.
You get a point. They sold him off. So it is about the club Liverpool and their stance in all this.
Yeah.
Because Seedorf asked Arne Slot a question. Are you willing to? Is that
does
the
to bring him
player
back?
realize he has made a mistake?
Yeah.
And he gave off a certain stance that no crowd with team.
Ego.
Yeah. I think at that point in time, I really disagree with Arne Slot.
Like, not that I'm no weak.
Yeah, that was the prayer.
Yeah, pretty
He
much,
says,
you know,
the fact that at times I am calm and diplomatic does not mean I am weak. You get it. So what is the stance of the club?
Mike, but you see,
it is very crucial.
Yeah. For them, I don't blame. See, I won't be surprised if I see this from Hansi Flick. I won't be surprised if I see this from Julian Nagelsmann. I won't be surprised if Thomas Tuchel does these things. The Dutch and the Germans, those people, it looks as if that's how they are.
They are blunt.
Yeah, it looks as if that's how they are.
They don't know how to.
Sugarcoat things and then go around. It looks as if that's how they are. I think that if this is the case, then that's where Mark Hughes, no, he's not Mark Hughes, their sporting director, Richard Hughes, comes in and then speaks to the coach and speaks to him. Because you see, Arne Slot today, he can be the victor. But when the season ends and Liverpool are languishing in 11th, 12th,
he's off.
The fans
even this season,
he's gone.
If their travels continues for like a month or more or two, they will let him off.
You know what's funny to me? Anytime Liverpool wins a game, the poster of Asare changes. So you look at the interview with Clarence Seedorf.
Yeah.
Look at how he literally behaved.
Yeah.
Just right after the game because he had won.
Yeah.
He did the same thing in previous games when they won the UEFA Champions League game against Real Madrid. So subsequently, in this issue of Mohamed Salah, if things doesn't really click from this weekend in the run-in, and let's say, because now we are going to play Champions League in January, that is next year.
Yeah.
This year is over. And if you don't have any opportunity to do something and get enough points before we get to January in the league, you might find yourself in a very big trouble.
From this point going in, the pack will be peeling away from those who will not be getting their points.
Yes, and Mohamed Salah will be at the AFCON.
Yeah.
Dependent on what will happen, because Egypt definitely are not going to be out of the competition in the group stage.
Is Mohamed Salah the greatest Liverpool player of all time?
All time, you see, Fiifi, sometimes I don't want to.
The moment you bring in all time, then it goes back to their very good years.
Yes. In the late 70s into the 80s.
You get
Douglas's and
Yes,
exactly.
of course.
But in this era,
Ian Rushes and all
in
this.
this era, I think he's been their best performer.
Yeah.
But greatest, I think Gerrard has been greater than he is.
Greatest usually goes beyond
The influence, the impact.
on the pitch stuff.
Yeah.
You see, sometimes in the
He's
new
been
age,
their best
Yeah.
footballer in this generation.
So that means that Liverpool would have to manage this well.
Yes.
Very well.
In the new age argument, sometimes it's good we speak to most of the guys that are also watching us and also try and educate them about one or two things.
Yeah.
The moment we speak about something being the greatest or great, it doesn't necessarily mean about the numbers alone. If you are supposed to pick numbers alone, we can get you players that have huge numbers but they don't have correct impact.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about impact, it's not only about results,
Yeah.
but it's about off the field.
Yeah.
There are certain players who use certain aura that they won't give you numbers, but what they left behind, numbers can never be a thing that can be compared to it.
Yeah.
Zidane.
For example, we talk about Ronaldo de Lima,
Yeah.
the original. You see, there are certain.
That one day.
Start kind of.
Okay, Ronaldo de Lima, not the original.
The originale.
You see, Mike, the hair's Ronaldo, we're trying to haircut in the BBA.
Yeah.
He's still being remembered. Not because say Ronaldo share goes now Messi Ronaldo share ni no.
Yeah.
But Olivier an imprint be
Football,
Charlie, you can't just describe it.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
But Ronaldinho anye Ballon d'Or 3 for 4 was 5 was 6. But Obiadon, there are certain things you can't use statistics to buy. It's just natural, and that is what Steven Gerrard has. Gerrard won new league.
At Liverpool. I think that for Gerrard, he was just seen as a complete gentleman.
Charlie!
On and off the field.
Because he was everything.
Yeah.
Everything Liverpool. He embodied Liverpool through and through.
And another players, you look at Obi said John Terry.
Yeah, John.
No one Obi said Frank Lampard. You know, these guys, Omu Uzi, David Beckham.
Yeah.
Beckham on Mao. Now Beckham most season real Mao 30 assists too.
Yeah, Beckham is more.
And now 20 assists too.
Beckham was class.
Charlie!
Yeah.
But my career and it's still Jack.
So if that's the case, it means that Mohamed Salah should have it at the back of his mind that he has a huge legacy. And
That is it.
he's African.
That is it.
One other thing is that Mohamed Salah, when people wanted to try and break in racism into it, I always took a stance that I don't think there was anything racist being said there. You see, sometimes we as Africans, when Africans get to the top and white people disagree with them, we just quickly say, oh, it's racism.
No.
You can disagree. I mean, a white person can disagree. It doesn't matter your color, but he just disagrees. The same way you can tell a white person that, Charlie, I don't agree with what you're saying. That is okay. And again, Mohamed Salah is also an Arab African.
Yeah.
There is a certain perception,
The Maghrebians.
yes, about these people, right? And Salah is that unifier. He has put Arab Africa and even the Arabian world out there.
Yeah. He's the Arabian, quote unquote. Messi.
Yeah, they call him the Arabian Messi, right? So he's up there. And that is why for me, when I listened to the Mohamed Salah interview again, what irks me the whole time was the use of that.
Me.
Yeah,
That someone wants me out.
Yeah,
of the
every day is
club.
me.
And I
me.
want it in style.
For that moment, it looked as if Mohamed Salah was thinking about just himself alone. And at that point,
But is it also not a trait of great footballers, those who have achieved risen to the top, because they have gotten there?
yeah,
You get it. And as we rightly said, before Liverpool, Salah was doing this.
Yeah.
Maybe Liverpool amplified it.
Yeah.
So he's come to realize the amount of work he's put into everything that he's been about,
Yeah.
and not just Liverpool.
Mike, but you see,
They are like this also because they have to be selfish.
yeah, I think that yes, you need them to be selfish. You remember in that Sadio Mane interview when he spoke to Roy Ferdinand, he said at a point in time that he knew that Mohamed Salah wanted the laurels, and he was ready to help Mohamed Salah.
Yeah.
Mane said that he did not care. He doesn't have a problem. He was very okay with helping Mohamed Salah because he realized Roy Ferdinand asked him that, so you really didn't want them? He said, I wanted them too, but he wanted it most. And I was willing to push him. There are people like that. People who don't care playing second fiddle. There are some people that want to be them. It's okay. But when things are not going well, and now you begin to remind all of us of it, it is wrong. It's easy for anybody to say you are destabilizing the team even more. We are at our weakest. We've just drawn to Leeds United. We're leading by 2-0. It became 3-2. Then all of a sudden, they get an equalizer. You go to the mix zone, and then you make it all about you.
Especially when we are all trying to find ways.
We are finding
All are
solutions.
trying to make my idea.
So what's the way
why
forward?
say all?
What's the way forward?
Way forward, be any baby. See,
But even if it's Begua, how do they go about it?
so right now they will put a plaster on it for to see that they are solving stuff. But at the end of the day, see, Alisson will go to Salah. Yo, Charlie, forget this. Okay, Salah will be like, okay, cool, chill. On it, Alisson, you okay? On it, Van Dijk, you okay? But the team no, slow, but chill, idea. So what I say.
Yeah.
The only time it will change is when Anslot and Adrian say, okay, because penny statement no can say, is Salah ready to change or blah blah blah. Not or the side go not to change. No, I'm fixing Salah. It be a match against Brighton. Then Salah buy na hat trick. No, Obebo and then the post interview. Anslot is like, I know Salah is the greatest. Maybe there was a blip, but see, we love him and we are ready to. Then Salah, Abe who say. Also, or your last baby.
Yeah.
I mean, cast or your last baby, say your last baby, but or give you last baby vibe. I want another Salah, okay, they love me again. Then after the best I will smooth, no more solve problem. But right now, Anslot that's what Johnny Moody say, are you ready to change? So Salah cost well, Granny Ego Musa Sana, or catch him cool with it. In your survey, Genuine Yaba say king because right now they are preparing to get Semenyo and the other lights on the table. Genuine Ba no Mukonya almost Semenyo Ba. Automatically they have to start pushing Salah out. It is a bid they will try to receive unless Salah decides this is stubborn to get his loyalty bonus. It will better him and it will create a lot of problems over the second half of the season. Yeah. So I believe that the only way out is that unless the media can happen, unless they are in January, so let's just get some Al Nassr B or some Saudi Arabia team or better still, better loan or an European side or Champions League. More penal. Chelsea are no then no finish the season proper.
Will it take Salah?
Yes.
Oh yes.
But
I don't think he will do that.
But Salah, or a classic player.
I don't even think he'll play for another Premier League side.
Yeah.
I'm sure the way
Because the way he's professed his love for the club.
On Conway Real Madrid near Alexander.
but my call Real Madrid be a couple loan be more somewhere next season.
Alonso, Obe Presse. Won't it be the same issues?
I think under your Alonso there for Jurgen Klopp the Obama Salah press but Alonso there. Unless you see, I'm trying to connect one or two dots. You see, that I think Real Madrid are interested in Jurgen Klopp. If they are able to find a way to get him to Real Madrid, they will. And they've been pressing him for quite some time.
Is
now.
it time to press Pan-Guatens at Madrid?
Oh no, I'm not trying to say they should sack Xabi Alonso or something of that sort. But you know,
also looking at
you look at how you look at every single trend, and you are trying to connect certain dots.
Yeah.
That Real Madrid are never going to accept it. If Xabi Alonso gets to January and the points gap between him and Barcelona is around just maybe 6 or 7 points or 8, and they'll literally project the kind of opponents they are likely to meet in the Champions League if they should qualify through the playoffs, and be like, no, Charlie, we can't continue with you. Ultimate more. Let's bring in somebody else. They can go in and tie someone like maybe Jurgen Klopp in January. The transfer window ends in February.
But Klopp says he still wants to stay at RB.
Yeah, he likes the Red Bull project.
Mike, me obi mentioned that Gini Penisa when you
Especially coaches.
Especially coaches. Mauricio Pochettino also own coach Basada. I know what US man you na Basam Robert.
I know the Basam.
Only Luciano Spalletti. Or the Napoli G, he was so old coach.
You see, there are certain special times that you can come. January will get you Mohamed Salah. Madrid, I'm smart. Okay, let's get you Mohamed Salah. You be moving on Vinicius Junior. Yes, maybe Champions League. The rest now can. And also, be Trent. No, I heard Salah. So, Kaya being. I know this is something we are all assuming, but in reality, I think Mo Salah can fit in the team like Real Madrid or something like that under different managers. And even with Barcelona, if they decide to do something, he can literally go in and fit in.
Salah plays on the right.
Yeah, right wing. In my own footballing world, Alonso is sacked by Real Madrid. He goes to Liverpool, and then Madrid also moves on, and then hire a different coach, but not Jurgen Klopp. I don't see.
So Alonso goes after Arne Slot.
Capello, Real Madrid, Arne Slot.
Maya. Fans and combat Bo Perez. Now Liverpool dressing room crowd managing Real Madrid dressing room.
By a coach that won the league in the first year.
No, you see.
You win the match. You don't win the first Champions League. What bonny did that? Mubunompo. See, who bet me aje? But look at how Chelsea first Champions League. Look at Drogba. Look at that time players no Mokabo Lampard. Esia no Masa. Eti coach the bet me a play certain role fine. But and they were the Akomeah players no. Di match na jemo first Champions League and more bomb top coaches near there money. So and that wabeje but to me they be American say me say time obeso team nim no. One no mu create team no that time Salah no mu gira mo na so no Arnold mo mu gira mo na so mo team ni gira Robertson no mo an da so ho oba no wan sesa bi wan sesa wan tramba ya morim de ni bi.
So you are actually saying say we any team angasa.
Enti afen no obeye ni
team angasa ni.
Yes, afen no obeye. Afen no obeye to your team na Jurgen Klopp team. Omo form that omo bomb board that Jurgen Klopp say or ye Ferguson de ni bi. But we need the ba ma kwaje ma home. Ana obesu Oba wan sesa bibia wanya morim say me buy me pay me standard me bought 2158.
Hey, 2158.
Me sesa bibia there oba no say nso mu ngobo ana twitches kakẹ mo no moji. Afei.
Are you not trying to overly simplify?
Right, you're belittling his job.
And a slot did. You're making it look so basic.
Confront the action. The fact that say what
but you don't really.
But the impact, say coach being Sanuni, what you na ya aware.
I'm not aware.
Right, becoming now
where he coached this team very well.
Oh, did you know coach? Oh yeah, the team with the structure.
How is it that the same team and the club did not win it the season prior to Arne Slot coming? Before that season, our club and the coin. So you still find a logical.
Right.
But let's jump to Real Madrid. They also lost to Manchester City. I don't know if you guys have monitored the report on the result and everything, Spanish media
Abuzike.
and everything that is happening. It looks like it is a positive loss for Real Madrid.
A positive loss.
Okay. First of all,
I saw Omo Lucy, but
With pride.
Omonia just say Omo Lucy because Omo Huni or maybe not make kind of positive loss.
if some medrins are, it comes from the angle say no more cars they say Madrid Day and Man City be sure 6-1.
Okay.
And yan Mguasia score line. Number 2, they saw the see before the game I was talking about something say and yet tactics as him psychological anyhow mentally ready no more spirit as him. You could see say the players from any person mu ye bibi.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So they were pleased with the fact that okay, nyoma na ekosu wo team ni mini na echi no. So far the mu cheche say omo already say omo gado omo ho abebo ball no. But I always say one thing in football, nyoma me answer them are successful. The edikan a form. The torso a mental strength. And our skill set.
Okay.
The Madrid no more like any skill set as them. They have it. It is their mental thing, the strength fortitude and the form. And one thing this is a psychological situation negative happy with team now solve it and that's how go solve yeah. It doesn't change overnight. Say the next match and I start to form number. It became na a gradual process and na confidence are setting in. Now be now form the back now out as well. And baby a Madrid could you know. They are trying to right now build that you know. Madrid for the teacher no more who say this is progress. Omo ya where the way I can say city. So
what was different about them last night?
I believe, like I said, it is the way they approach the game, no, on matching. Oh, the ball. So after the game, look at interview. When Rebecca said we are 100% behind Xabi Alonso, we are together, we are this. And see, I was proud of Madrid last night. The reason is one thing. Their best player wasn't on the pitch. But look at what they showed. I imagine that okay, Mbappe will be here.
And I will I be fair to say this? I think Mbappe saved Alonso his job.
Why?
Explain more.
Because in analyzing everything that happened, we lost 2-1 to Man City without Mbappe. Vini Kroos had chances. So we did not play with our best player. So it's not as bad as it is.
Michael, I think that what really saved Alonso his job last night is what Kiki said. I tried to piece it out all a little bit together.
No, I just forget about mine.
But you see, Madrid is a club that everybody that defines, when they ask you, define football club Real Madrid, winning. Define football club Real Madrid, trophies.
Yeah.
Define football club Real Madrid,
Success.
Santiago Bernabeu. We have to beat them.
Let's close the roof.
Yeah, let's close the roof and beat them. Spiritus.
Spiritus club.
Yeah. But for the very first time, this is a club that I've not seen for a long time that Madrid are actually excited about a loss. For the very first time, they're actually excited about a loss. I mean, not that excited that they are happy that happened, but they took some consolation from it. And I think that is succinctly put by Kiki. When he says at the tail end of what he was trying to say, at the end of the game, Raul Asensio, Rodrigo Goes, Jude Bellingham, Thibaut Courtois,
Vini Jr.
All of them in the media, we are 100% behind Alonso. Rodrigo Goes, we are standing by Alonso. Thibaut Courtois, we are backing the coach. We love him. Raul Asensio, you saw we are fully supporting the coach. So now they are literally telling Florentino Perez, the Madrid board and the Madrid media that us, who are the main actors of the game, we are in tandem. We are going in one direction. You don't need to ask the coach, at least for now. Because the coach asked us to fight on the field of play. You saw that we fought. We just didn't yield results. And on a good day, if Vini had gotten that penalty, if it was a penalty, if Vini had finished that chip that he tried to chip, if that had gone in, if that Caesar bicycle kick had gone in, would have been talking about something else for Madrid, right? So for them, that is the picture that they've painted and they want to go with it. However, that only buys Alonso a few more weeks.
Yeah, true.
Maybe January, maybe early February, for everything to come down crashing.
Even the next match.
Even the next match.
Because I read it somewhere that Oman in 3 matches. Sevilla, there's one Copa del Rey game against Unpopular.
And I think they'll play against Deportivo Alaves.
Yes. Oman that 3 games. No. To Oman, these are soft games.
Yeah.
And they need to see something. So that 3 games move GD say soft games ni shiegua.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about what Fiifi is talking about.
Yeah.
So that was just
So it means for now he's safe, but he's not entirely safe.
Yeah, he's not entirely safe.
There's a funny thing, and these supporters are literally divided into 2.
Yeah.
I watched Eddie Aguirre's interview with some supporters yesterday night, and then you could see that some of them were really angry and agitated because they know what their club means.
Yeah.
And they believe this is the weakest Manchester City team under Pep Guardiola, and they should have done something that night.
Really?
Yes, some of them.
with their form.
If you listen to the interview and all of those stuff. Then another part of me also looks at how these players backed their manager. And there was a meeting this morning too between Xabi Alonso and the Real Madrid hierarchy. I'm sure in that meeting there was only one message: we are right behind you. Go and do your job. And I think that is why we've not heard any single thing in terms of Alonso under pressure or something of that sort in recent eyes. Because you know how the Spanish media works. If there was a pressure, the news would have been out by now.
Yeah. Of course, Marca would have brought it up by now.
But I think there was a confidential meeting over there that showed a lot of confidence in whatever Alonso is doing. Mike, it won't even make sense to any social to see Florentino Perez sack Xabi Alonso after a few months.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense. Especially when Real Madrid are in the top 8 of the UEFA Champions League qualification spot. And at the same time, they are only 4 points behind FC Barcelona.
Yeah.
I'm one person who literally said Barcelona will win the league, which I still stand by it.
Yeah.
But if you are sacking the coach because of 4 points, definitely there's a big problem with you.
Yeah.
And in the first place, what convinced you to appoint him? Especially when you appointed him and you made a specific statement that this is a dream signing.
Yeah.
So there are so many things that are attached to the appointment of Xabi Alonso that Real Madrid cannot afford to take the risk to sack him now. Especially due to 1 or 2 bad results. And with the players, Mike, I don't think they'll be in the good books of the supporters with any other manager that will come after Xabi Alonso. If Xabi Alonso is sacked, just maybe during this particular month.
Yeah.
Any manager that comes in, the players are going to bear the pressure, not the manager.
Yeah.
Because if you fail to deliver, about a manager not sakra no beti me the
Yeah.
the son am boy Emma Alonso boy. So all of these things are very important for the players to back the manager. And I think players are also protecting their image in this thing that we are discussing over here. They don't want to be seen as the rebels. They want to be seen as the players who back the coach. But it's just that things did not work well. But there are specific problems within this Madrid team that they need to accept and change.
I was actually excited about the midfield I saw yesterday.
But Fee, there's one thing I also saw. I don't think Jude Bellingham and Adagula can play together.
He can't play them together. That one is something that we've come to.
It wouldn't work.
We've come to accept. See, yesterday before Ada came on, he was trying to play Jude as the half winger, like what Pep tried to do with Cherki and Bernardo Silva for them to interchange. Jude can play there, but that means that you need a proper single 6.
Tramani could.
Gula comes in and he switches.
Yes,
Because they say we wouldn't need a proper
single 6 to control the game.
I think in my ideal world, I'll play a back 3 with this Real Madrid team, judging by the conditions in their camp.
He did at the Club World Cup at some point in time.
Yes, Chouameni, Rudiger, Asensio. You play Federico Valverde as a right wing option, then Carreras as a left wing option. Then in the middle, you look at maybe Jude Bellingham and then one other player. You get it? And then you can add
Ceballos.
Ceballos will be okay. I don't really trust him though, but I think he'll be okay. Then in attack, you have Vini, you have Mbappe. Or if you choose to go with an attacking trio, you have Mbappe here, Rodrigo or Mastantuono or Brahim Diaz, and then Vini.
But if push comes to shove and Xabi Alonso has to bench Jude, would that cause more problems? Because I think that there are games where he has to be benching Jude.
Yeah, I think so. Because whatever Jude loves to do with the ball, Adagula wants to do the same. And the two of them on the pitch will be conflicting. It is like you're having two profiles doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And there will be confusion.
You lose something.
Don't you think probably, yes, per how they play, we see it that way. But don't you think probably since Bellingham is not disciplined now, because Bellingham has been used to there being the attacking midfielder, rolling with the ball, scoring and all that. And all of a sudden you want to play Adagule, making him the creator. Whilst Bellingham naturally on one another side, the nation goes at that.
But to be very honest with you, I don't think Bellingham is an exceptional creator.
Oh, but he's not. When it comes to pure creativity,
no.
Gula creates more than Bellingham. But I think what Kiki is saying is that Bellingham creates averagely and scores because of his box crashing. Gula doesn't give it. Gula is a pure creator. So it's about what do you want? In a big game like this, I'm okay with Jude. Play him, big game player. But when you're playing the Alaves, the Elches, where you need to break them down,
you need
Gula.
You need Gula in that.
Let Gula play.
And I think that is where he's finding it wrong. There are big games where he plays Gula.
Because last
Gula
week, you asked the question, I was watching our episode last week, that
these games.
What changed?
Yeah.
When Mastantuano got injured and got off the team, when Jude Bellingham came back, you remember when Jude was coming back, we were debating about whether he would start, he has to start Jude Bellingham.
How will he play and all that?
I think that when they had Mastantuano Gule, the team was doing just fine.
Yeah,
So
all of a sudden.
maybe he has to go back to him, let Jude play a role. But then, see, in the last few games, Barcelona was struggling with Frankie de Jong. Frankie went out of the team. The team was playing well. Eric Garcia and Pedri. In the last game, he dropped Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong came from the bench to come and finish it off.
But
You need this.
But still, I still understand how Xabi decided to play yesterday.
Yeah.
See, look at the midfield. Obo Ceballos, Tchouaméni,
Yes,
Bellingham.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
The team was set up for a 4-3-3.
Yeah.
But some who defend there, Rodrigo be joining the midfield, Momo ye 4.
Yeah.
Now about 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Good. So omo be yes at the end of the day, Rodrigo so say a workaholic.
Yeah.
Into Obama, City dominates you, so in the midfield now, great. But so Rodrigo be sent back to the right wing where
Not Jude
you see good, not Jude got left midfield.
Yeah.
For which a whole pretty free or a very strong goal or driver with the ball is a good goal scorer or a hard one FIFA. That match is a who decided to find something about Adagule. You're playing Adagule, Tchouaméni and Ceballos.
Okay.
Danny Ceballos and Adagule are similar football vibes.
Yeah. But you see, in
Bellingham
this,
is different.
No, but you see, in this case, Danny Ceballos was a deep line playmaker of a sort.
Great. And they say no person about Adagule.
What I'm saying is that Niao can be perfect, and Jude was perfect for another match, and not a big game. You need Jude for that. But so against Deportivo Alaves, so best sit back. Say, be breaking it down. You need somebody to consistently be creating for you.
Good. So if your coach injury say me pay Adagule to be creating, but I still need the personality of Jude because Jude can be aggressive in the midfield, but when it gets to the box too, say Akomeah Dema Mbappe and Vinia. Obet me from nowhere.
So that is where it affects you when Somalia and Fa like the last game, they get in each other's ways against Celta, or they get in each other's ways and after them Fa, then you end up conceding goals because they are focused too much on the attack. Nobody's doing their job behind them. So I think that Kiki, and you they say Jude ne Gula boom. And you they say Gula bo. You they say Bellingham ebo.
And I think another explanation would be will be a fan of high usage. Bellingham a high usage player on the ball. He loves to have a lot of the possession. On Jaibo Muntem, if you've not noticed. He mostly wants to be involved. Ebasa, it will conflict with the role Adagula also has to play. Because Gula is dangerous when he has the ball at his feet. Then he's quickly scanning the regions and knowing and if I pass and me teleport it. And Bellingham does similar. You get it? But it's only that the inventiveness of Adagula no was strong. As in Bellingham there. Adagula can micro-process an action in some seconds. Bellingham there no a better chance and will process it. And all these things are factors. I think he needs to find a solution. Share teams no more ball to say Alaves they okay. I don't think the Deportivo Alaves will meet Real Madrid and open up. they will likely sit back.
So you need a player like
defend,
Blair.
and there will not be enough spaces. And these are games, it is difficult for Bellingham to dominate. He's a high usage player, fine, but I don't think he is able to manage passing into tight spaces.
Yeah, tight space control.
And that is something Adagula does and does well. So the coach needs to find the balance and make it work.
Because
that is his job.
because I've always believed that when Xabi Alonso was coming there, even last season under Carlo Ancelotti, the biggest problem at Madrid was not quality, was not tactics, it was just balance.
Yeah.
How will you fail? See, Kiki, when all of four of us sit down and talk, what you bring is so unique. I was thinking about it a couple of minutes ago. Like, you bring something else and it balances it. It can't be 100% 4, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It becomes boring. So, specific jobs of everybody.
Ancelotti got right.
Yes, that brings and makes it a whole. That is where Xabi. Somebody was asking, I don't know, what was your tweet that I saw, that whether Xabi has to be a manager than a coach.
Yeah, I asked. Okay, so it was part of a discussion I had. I think it was on
Yeah.
Was it on TikTok?
Yeah.
That, will Xabi Alonso be the coach Real Madrid needs, or the Real Madrid team he has now has to be the team that Xabi Alonso wants? And I think he has to be the coach they need, because at present, I don't think they can go onto the market and address every need in the team.
Well, Rudiger was
department or position by position. As it stands now, Madrid need like not less than 2 central defenders.
Yeah, they need a proper midfielder. Yeah.
Then they need a center forward or a striker, someone who attacks the penalty area. You get it? Now, when they are bringing in these players, they will need to move others out. And these are no issues you address in like 2 transfer windows.
Yeah.
So as a coach, when you come, you don't impose a certain revolution. You rather evolve with the situation. So I come in. Okay, so this is a situation. It's like when Pep came his first season at Man City.
Yeah.
He had Jesus Navas, Alvaro Negredo, a lot of players he will not typically use. Okay, fine, no problem. Let me cope. Let me work with what I have. Then subsequently, I would change the team. So it was when he molded the team that represented exactly how his football DNA was.
The system will definitely eliminate all of these guys out of the team.
You don't just come and impose everything. What Alonso did was that he was like forcing 10 balls of Banku down the throat of a 5-year-old kid.
Madrid team was
that is what he's trying to do.
No, man, papa.
So I think he's imposing a lot and asking a lot from these players. They are being asked to do a lot of things they are not really conversant with or comfortable with. And that is where I think the issue is. He needs to be the coach they need.
Yeah.
Then with time, he will evolve to become the manager that Real Madrid wants. That is why I said that. And I think Thierry Henry also said something similar on CBS the other time. So that's basically what I said.
Then Thierry Henry, he watch your show. Thierry Henry, pay Ali money.
Of our Paul.
Hey, Thierry Henry, you watch me show the analysis now. Can't see me. Oh, you're fraud, pa.
On our board, no, you see, he's the best person to speak to issues like this.
That is it.
He had an issue in his playing career adapting to teams. As a coach, adapting to players at a team. So he knows this very well. You see, it's easier to speak to it. But at times it's very difficult in practical terms. I only wish Alonso well. But me, what the players said, I see it more as a trap than an endorsement.
At least he will take the endorsement in a trap.
The players don't Casano.
It is more of a trap. You see, we are all behind the manager. We are all behind the manager. We are all behind the manager. Okay, so what happens if the results are not working now? Oh, manager and the tactics now.
And that is what the supporters are saying. The supporters, they were booing the players, and some were running an interview saying that they believe the players now say Xabi Alonso I know Mama knew Mama the face of the problem, but they believe the players themselves.
Okay, so now we are playing for the manager. Then they lose against Alaves. Oh, but the players have said they are playing for the manager. But if
Madrid lose against Alaves, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. You get a point.
They can't lose against Alaves.
Oh, you lose against Alaves. And your boys are some more Obama manager. Then they start to scrutinize the manager's tactics. So Yes, it's an endorsement. Fine. It's nice that Yabo boy Rodrigo Sheni go wako hagi coach on in a way. But I see it more as a trap.
The hag was after he scored a goal.
Yeah.
Acquired John. As we will be having who. We are going to be a fraud. I didn't know.
You get a point I'm trying to make.
I thought it was after the game.
No.
The coach national pneumonia.
I said no.
Obusha going to almost celebrate you and he went to do that.
I thought it was after the game actually.
No.
That's cringe, Papa. Me if I be coaching this situation, we should go back my power.
Over there. Boys wearing on my bad. Yes, they are endorsing him publicly and they are making it clear. And I'm not sure in every interview they were asked specific questions.
Yeah.
It looks like
but all of them find a way to come and see it.
So almost yeah, test coach and
yeah. They want to back your man.
Okay, then if they lose again, what happens? Now we will not talk about players not playing for the coach. We will not talk about a certain dressing room or more sorry tier coach, Now we have now coach my players he bobo and the man are still to me winning.
Improve your weekend games.
Let's see what happens. Weekend matches now.
I think for this weekend, for the English Premier League, there is Manchester City.
Manchester United is still playing on Monday again.
Charlie.
See, there's a Monday
night football.
For some reason, it's only because sabbatical leave.
Okay, you leave.
So there's Chelsea Everton.
Saturday what time?
Saturday 3 p.m. Then there's Liverpool Brighton on Saturday 3 p.m. There's Manchester City Crystal Palace. Then there's Manchester United.
City away to Selhurst.
Yes.
Cyprus. Oh, Pop Mat Cyprus. And it's
and I think for now on the league log, Everton versus Chelsea. Chelsea are playing at the Stamford Bridge. 25 points for Chelsea, 24 points for Everton.
Charlie, the team make tensions.
Oh, yes. Hey. The last few games between the two teams 2-2, 2-0 Everton, 6-0 Chelsea,
in the beaters.
0-0, then 1-0 Chelsea. So in the last 3 games between them, Chelsea have won 2. They've drawn 2. And Everton have won 1.
No, at Stamford Bridge.
So at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea 1-0, Chelsea 6-0, Chelsea 2-2. So the last 3 home games against Everton.
And
it's been
Saturday before.
Then if you are looking at the form for Chelsea's home form, in the last 5 games they've lost 1.
Already.
And your man can't see him.
Brighton are share Sunderland.
No, it was against Sunderland.
Sunderland are share Brighton are share.
But for Everton in their last 5 away games, they've lost 2, drawn 1 and won 2.
Charlie, do you know the most Chelsea thing that happened? Kenny Andrews behold.
Then I think they lost away to Manchester City by 2-0 and they lost to Wolverhampton by 2-0.
But I see why I'm not really perturbed about Chelsea's form as they approach this game. I think Maresca was playing this game in the Atlanta game.
By resting the boys.
Before the Atlanta game ended, he was thinking about Everton. That's how
that's why I literally said there were some of these players that he didn't want to bring in. Some of them he
but now Westy Fofana's eye is injured.
Yes. But Fiifi, it's important to know your position on the table and work towards it, especially when we are entering into a very busy period.
Michael, so you see, with a larger picture, I don't agree with the Chelsea recruitment in terms of rotating. I read from the Athletic today that the rotations that Maresca does is not out of his own whims and caprices.
Yeah,
it's being done because it's a club policy.
Yes,
the club says he should rotate because it keeps the players fresh.
Yes.
In fact, Chelsea have made a whooping 119 changes, the highest by any Premier League team in Europe. It doesn't happen,
and I think it's because.
But you don't do these kind of rotations when you don't have the squad in depth.
Fifi, you see the difference here is the difference here is last season Chelsea played in the Conference League. There was rotation. But I think if you are comparing the Champions League and the Conference League, these are two totally different.
Exactly. So it means that you should get
the quality of your team B might fit into the Conference League.
But you won't get it
for the Champions League, Mike, and the league, you can't risk it. But I think where they are going to benefit from some of these players having games to play will be the FA Cup and the EFL Cup.
Gittins.
Gittins
beating B.
What could 55 million pounds of player?
Andy Santos will Andy Santos will that team B.
Yeah,
boy, but they are still win that team B.
I was so with me, boy.
Jog is team B.
I was so with me, Bobby. Because me Chelsea in the way I was supporting club now.
Hey! But Mike, I think this is a weekend that Chelsea will beat Everton.
I think this
is a weekend Everton.
Double chance about Atlanta.
Atlanta double chance.
Because I think Chelsea will beat Everton anytime goes to Palmer.
Okay.
Then I think there's Liverpool versus Brighton.
That team to over
last 5 matches. Brighton 3-2, Liverpool 2-1, Liverpool 3-2, Liverpool 2-1, 2-2.
110 runs through both teams to score.
And over 2.5. But I think Brighton away at Liverpool.
Brighton full. We see the last time Momonei.
Fiifi, Liverpool last 5 home games. 1-1 against Sunderland. 4-1 loss against PSV. 3-0 loss against Nottingham. 1-0 against Real Madrid. 2-0 against Aston Villa.
I think judging by the unpredictability
by
of
Brighton
Liverpool.
2 are bad travellers. Last 5 games. 2-0 against Nottingham Forest. By drew against Crystal Palace goalless. Lost 2-0 against Arsenal. Lost 4-2 against Manchester United. And drew 1-1 against Wolves.
Okay, so both teams
to score
over 1.5.
Yes, and I think anytime goes to I'll go for Hugo Ekitike.
Ekitike is Liverpool's best player currently.
Then there's Manchester City versus Crystal Palace. Arsenal versus Wolves. I think this is a straight win for Arsenal.
Yeah, straight win.
Arsenal player.
Arrested Saka more there, yeah.
But
you see, Wolves is actually the ideal opponent for any Premier League team as it stands now, even for Burnley.
Oh yes.
For Manchester United,
it was the best game Manchester United will play.
Yes. Hey, F4 time.
But
I think the last 5 games between Man City and Crystal Palace: 1-0 Crystal, 5-2 Man City, 2-2 between both of them. 4-2 Manchester City, 2-2 once again, and also goes
Glasner go do.
After an European game.
Oh, Glasner go do.
Crystal Palace.
Or Scotland here.
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace over 2.5. 3 plus goals.
Apu?
Sell his pack. Against Sunderland, when I Le Brun.
Le
Brun.
No, but if it was at the but at the Sales Park, I think
Manchester City have also lost only 2 away games in the last 10.
Okay.
That was against 1-0 against Aston Villa, 2-1 against.
So for Team Arsenal, I am tipping Palace to upset Man City's form.
Man City to win either half.
Man City to win either half. So yeah, Paris Saint-Germain 1-0.
Is it value for money?
Man City to win either half is value for money.
How about Man City to win 2-0? I know better saying.
Man City to win 2-0. No.
A bell be a bear one. Such a man and
minimum.
I think that should be around 1.3.
Yes, Man City to win 2-0.
No.
Yeah, I think
it should be around that.
Chelsea Atlanta class, I'm here.
Chelsea to win 2-0.
That Chelsea game, I believe if they will get something out of the game, there should be Cole Palmer and Joao Pedro on the pitch. For some time, I also Pedro in goals. He influence.
He only scored against Atlanta.
And me connected to Palmer not being on the pitch. Yeah. Because among Club World Cup number and it pre-season in now, and even the start of the season, Pedro saw Johnny now. There was a certain connection with.
So it means that you won't start Pedro Neto. Does Estevao will start because Estevao did not play against Atalanta?
I think we start against him.
So about maybe Joao Pedro as
on the left
center forward.
Joao Pedro as
then Pedro Neto on the left.
Yeah, Pedro Neto on the right, and then Garnacho on the left.
Then he'll start Estevao.
He
start Estevao.
He has to start from the bench.
Wow. And play. I'm a physical. I'm too physical.
I start from the bench. So Man City to win 0, yeah, 1.30.
Oh, I think that is a very good option.
Man City to win 0. No.
1.30. It's a good option.
I think it's a good option. Then 2, I think Manchester United will play Monday.
Why?
Bournemouth.
Oh, and then
Man will beat Bournemouth. Seriously.
Then I think for the Serie A,
you have lost more games at Old Trafford than away.
So Mike, in the Serie A, I'm in love with whatever Christian Pulisic is doing for AC Milan.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant season. Brilliant.
Allegri is making him do that. So give credit to
Maximiliano.
And
I
I like that Nkunku is exposing himself into be the true character.
But there's AC Milan versus Sassuolo. AC Milan plays at home. I think
Milan win.
Go AC Milan straight win.
Straight win, yeah.
Then there's Napoli far away to Udine.
Napoli away at Udine. Napoli double chance.
After a Champions League game.
Yeah. Double chance.
Double chance.
Maintenance you.
On the local champion, proper local champion.
Still no man dream one.
If you want to win the league, go for Antonio Conte. But Algeria, this Ojano Kwame because Champions League them far. I don't really far. I think he can manage two highly competitions altogether.
And most of the clubs too don't have. Okay, Chelsea we went to buy for Yeko to Bakayoko money at the Adibegogo.
Now
Saturday Bakayoko you play
but I think for Udine Napoli, you bet my share. Napoli to win to no.
Udine Napoli.
Yeah.
I think both
for me Napoli double chance.
Yeah, or maybe Napoli double another Napoli never away.
Yeah.
So either side to win and over 1.5.
Hey,
It is Napoli. Check their recent head-to-head.
Okay, let me check the recent head-to-head for us. So the recent head-to-head in the last 5 games: 1-1, 4-1 Napoli, 1-1, 3-1 Napoli, 1-1.
So you get it.
1.5. Next one.
So I think far away from that game, there is Inter Genoa.
Inter home.
No, Inter away.
Genoa, Bofier. Inter win.
Yeah. Then there is Bologna Juventus. Bologna home.
Now Obeka Inter win. I don't know who say Genoa elbow.
I think if they play Inter away, Inter Bologna will beat Juventus. Write this down.
I think I'll go Bologna double chance in that game.
Bologna is being coached by who now?
Italiano.
Vincenzo Italiano. Italiano was at Fiorentina.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as you see, Pioli coffee.
You're Pioli card or Massacre.
I'll go double chance Bologna.
Bologna to score against Juve.
Yeah.
Bologna to win in the half. Bologna double chance as you are saying. But me, send me see
Bologna to score.
Yeah, then me see Peme slip.
Bologna
win. Bologna win
against Juve. Juve defense ways. Yeah.
And I think the last game will be on Monday. Roma Como.
Goes. Either team to win over 1.5.
Como disappointed me last week.
Both
teams to score and you.
Then in the Spanish La Liga, there's Atletico Madrid Valencia.
Atletico Madrid.
They're full of them. Went Samame. 1-0. 88 minutes. I'll concede goal.
Samame difficult ground.
So double chance.
Omone Valencia. When you look at
Valencia, they'll beat
so you look at the head-to-head the last 5 matches: Atletico Madrid 3-0, Valencia 3-0, Atletico Madrid 2-0, Atletico Madrid 3-0, Atletico Madrid 3-0.
Whenever it's at home, Atletico.
Yes. So Atletico Madrid. Then there's Barcelona or Osasuna.
Barca home.
Over 2.5.
Barcelona 3-0, Osasuna 4-2, Barcelona 1-0, Barcelona 2-0, Barca
over 2.5.
Over the whole game over 2.5. Yeah, Barcelona to win 2.
Barca are playing at home.
Yeah, they are playing at home.
Oh, they'll win.
Then there is Real Madrid against Almighty Alaves.
On Sunday?
Yes, on Sunday.
Away or home?
Away.
Both teams to score.
1-0 Real Madrid, 3-2 Real Madrid, 5-0 Real Madrid, 1-0 Real Madrid.
Madrid going away.
Yeah. Madrid going away. These are the results. 1-0. Another Madrid going away. 1-0.
Madrid.
I expect them to win.
They would.
Yeah.
So Madrid straight to win.
I won't do a Madrid.
Madrid win either half.
No.
Either half.
Okay, how about this? Second half about 0.5.
Yes.
How about it?
Yeah.
Weak odds. The odds is so weak.
Second half about 0.5.
Second half was 0.5.